Okay, Dr. Harris, this is my audience for today. A little bit bigger than last time. So I will begin my speech. Please excuse my phone. My speaking outline is present on it as I'm at work. Okay, thank you everybody for allowing me to speak today. Today I'll be giving you a speech on quitting smoking and how that might affect you and some some strategies you can use, reasons why you should. Okay. Personally, I was a smoker for 7 years, about a pack and a half a day. Was in the army, job, a lot of stress, things we can all relate to. Okay, I quit smoking because I felt an obligation to my family and my own personal health. And being sick is very, very expensive in this country. So I kicked the habit. Was not easy. There were many successive failures in an attempt to quit. It took me a very, very long time. But hopefully through today, you'll see why I did that and maybe some reasons why you should as well and how to go about doing that. Okay. In the modern day medical community, it's hard to deny the relationship between smoking and cancer. All right. The International Agency for Research of Cancer's World Cancer Report, published in 2003, stated that in populations with a long duration of heavy intensity of cigarette usage, the proportion of lung cancer attributable to and the proportion of lung cancer and the attributable causes were over 90%. Okay, basically, what does that say in layman's terms? That lung cancer diagnoses up to 90% were related to smoking, all right? It's a pretty high number. It's one of the most directly relatable preventable causes to cancer found by modern medical science. All right. This can not only affect your lungs, but according to the report, the medical clinics of North America, organs in direct contact with smoke, the oral cavity, the esophagus, lungs, and bronchus are at the greatest risk for malignancy amongst smokers. As many as 90% of these cancers are attributable to smoking. Right, the statistics round out at a rough number of 90%. You're going to hear that a lot, leaving only a 10% margin of error for the actual medical community and for other diagnoses of other types of cancers. All right, leading into effects of both. This does affect both men and women. Okay, there is no specific difference between the two, but amongst actual diagnoses of lung cancer, 90% of all lung cancer deaths in women and smokers are attributable to smoking. Since 1950, lung cancer deaths amongst women have increased by more than 600%. And by 1987, lung cancer has surpassed breast cancer as a leading cause of cancer-related deaths in women. All right, that's pretty startling number considering the fact that it's raised over 600% in 50 years. We've only grown more educated throughout the medical community as far as actual cancer diagnoses go. So with that number growing, that shows that people understand the information, but they're not necessarily listening to it. Not only does this habit cause major health concerns for yourself, but how does it affect the others around you? Okay, this is called secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is essentially the exposure you receive from others who do smoke. All right, has the ability to harm others as well as yourself. According to an article published in The Lancet titled Worldwide Burdens of Disease from Exposure to Secondhand Smoke, a retrospective analysis of data from 192 countries. All right, it was published that 40% of children, 33% of male non-smokers, and 35% of female non-smokers were exposed to secondhand smoke in 2004. This exposure was estimated to have caused 300,000 deaths from ischemic heart disease, 165,000 from lower respiratory infections, 36,000 from asthma, and 21,000 from lung cancer. All right, this shows an individual's smoking habit can cause the same effects on others in the immediate vicinity of them. All right, and then this creates a public health issue. All right, the same sort of instances, epidemics and things of that nature that we invest a lot of our state and city funds in preventing. All right, if any of the information is proven compelling to you, You are probably wondering what are some proven methods to help others quit smoking and things that are quantifiable through the medical community, all right? Personally, like I said, I experienced a great deal of failure through cessation for a very, very long time. Okay, eventually it took a lifestyle change and reinforcement from the others around me to actually break the habit of smoking. Okay, there are many different avenues to quitting smoking. What works for some isn't necessarily right for others, but many methods have been determined. According to J. Ellsworth's article written in 1992, Methods of Smoking Cessation in the publication The Medical Clinics of North America Intervention can take any number of forms or a combination of them to help smokers achieve abstinence, maintenance, including support, coping strategies, and substitute behaviors is necessary for permanent abstinence. Okay, essentially, it's all effects are cumulative. All right, it is something that you have to continue to pursue, and it has to be continually reinforced. There are many avenues to quit smoking, but the most important factor is the decision that the individual is taking the initiative and committing to themselves and those they love. Obviously, you have to have a certain sense of self-worth to improve your own personal lifestyle. Overall, it's easy to identify the fact that smoking is bad for your health. However, we continue to comprehend these negative effects on our body and the health of those around us, but we continue to make bad choices. At the end of the day, you have to value your community as well as yourself to make the effort to quit. All right. It's very hard to accept accountability for smoking if you cannot motivate yourself to quit. All right. Right now, I'm going to open it up to 3 questions from my audience. And we're all still here. We've been gained some. Okay. 3 questions, please. Mike.
What worked for you?
What worked for me? Honestly, I wasn't around a lot of smokers for a very long time. Nothing was there to really remind me of the habit. I found it to be more of a nervous habit I had. So when I wasn't exposed to that, it was very easy to not think about it for very long periods of time, and keeping busy, really, professionally, that helps a lot. Anything else?
Do any studies show where women or men are higher in their lung cancer rates?
Both studies that were conducted by the World Cancer Report that I cited earlier cap out at around 90%. There's no determinable factors as far as the cancer rates from each gender. However, women are susceptible to other types of cancers the same way men are, breast cancer, things like that. But lung cancer is now actually the leading cause of death amongst women as opposed to breast cancer.
Are there medications that actually help people to quit smoking?
There are medications that have been developed through the medical community that actually help the mental complex behind the habits that are related to smoking. Personally, I do not have any expert opinion on those, but I can definitely help you find those resources. Okay, let me record. Everyone's still here, and thank you for your time.